I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NoDQ Live, a special Saturday edition here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AaronRift NoDQ. Today will be all about call-ins. For the first time, I will be dedicating an entire edition of NoDQ Live to Skype call-ins. People will be calling in, sending in questions on the chat. I will be talking about whatever, money in the bank, any other topic you wish to discuss, anything you would like to rant about, get something off your chest. Feel free to send a message in the chat room or call on Skype. Interstate Kyle is here. Yes, the beard is gone, but for those of you that watched the NoDQ review, you already knew that. So feel free to call in now. Anybody that emailed me, nodqmisc@gmail.com, you know how to do it. So go ahead and call on Skype now. If I don't answer, it's because I'm on the line with somebody else. So just be patient and I will try to get to you as soon as possible. I'll basically just be doing this first come, first serve. Anybody out there that wants to call in, you can go ahead and do so now if you have my Skype info. Stefan says my camera is backwards and is tripping me out. Well, you gotta love YouTube. Right when I started this video, I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out on the on-demand version, but when I started the video, it just completely crashed. Kayfabe Candy Ass says, whoa, new angle. It's like exploring a new world. I have no idea if the video looks different. It's just some sort of weird YouTube glitch. I don't know if it's a permanent thing or what, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So again, anything you guys would like to discuss, feel free to hit me up on Skype. Yes, it is daylight. It is early afternoon, about 2 o'clock Pacific time. Chase Ennis is here. What up, Aaron? I'm doing good. I'm very excited to be doing this video today. This is very much an experiment. I might do this on a regular basis, but so far nobody's calling in, so I guess there's not that much demand for it. You guys that have my Skype info, let's hear from you. I know Kayfabe Candy Ass is actually talking about calling in. Well, wait a minute. Here comes Stefan Osborne. Let's get Stefan on here. Stefan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, no. Oh, not bad. Got a 3-day weekend, so I'm looking to enjoy that. My birthday's on Monday, so that'll be a nice draw.
Oh, nice. Well, happy birthday. So anything you would like to discuss or anything you would like to vent about, get off your chest?
Well, I wanted to talk about CM Punk because everybody's talking about All In and the pro wrestling tees.
Sure.
There's been a debate that CM Punk might come back if he loses his next match, the match to Mike Jackson. And I feel like that's the least likely thing to happen. I don't think Punk's going to come back unless he starts winning matches in UFC. Because if you think about it, when he left, it was after that angle with Brock Lesnar where, he was feeling like he should have gone over.
Right.
And I think he left thinking, well, I'm going to go to the UFC. I'm going to make a big name for myself as an MMA fighter. Then when I come back, they have to give me that push. They can't throw me to the side for Brock Lesnar or anybody else because I'll be a big UFC name. So I'm thinking maybe if Punk actually wins the fight with Mike Jackson, maybe it'd be more likely that we see him come back in WWE. What do you think?
Well, I do think we will see him in WWE again at some point, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I don't think we're going to see him this year, for instance. I think regardless of what happens at the fight, I think we will see him at All In. I know he will be there for the weekend autograph signing, but I feel like there's a good chance he'll actually show up on that event in some capacity, maybe just a special appearance. I think that is more likely than showing up in WWE anytime soon. And of course, if he wins his fight, then he'll do more fights. I think
Right.
I think maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, maybe we'll see CM Punk in a WWE ring again. I think it will happen. Time heals all wounds. We've seen pretty much everybody come back, whether it's Bret Hart or the Ultimate Warrior or Bruno Sammartino. They always end up coming back. It's just a matter of time. Maybe with Punk it'll be longer than that. Who knows? But one day I think he will be back. However, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm thinking if he wins this next match, then we'll see, maybe 2 or 3 more matches. And hopefully he gets himself a nice little win-loss record and makes himself a bigger deal in UFC. I think that's the best odds that we have of him coming back. He
Right.
makes a big name as an MMA fighter, comes back to WWE, and he's got that under his belt as well. I think he can command a little more respect as opposed to just hoping that they treat him right.
Right. And the fact is WWE really doesn't need him. They're making a ton of money right now with the
Yeah.
deals that they have. What's that noise in the background? That might be from my end. I'm not sure what's going on. Technical difficulty. Somebody might be trying to call me on the other computer, which is a totally different Skype account. Do not call me on that account. For whoever's doing that right now, don't do it. So we already have technical difficulties. But like I said, this is an experiment. I have no idea how this is going to go. If anybody wants to try to call, do nodqrift@gmail.com. Don't do nodqmisc because it'll go off on the other computer in the other room, which I don't even know how to turn that off. The whole Skype thing just gets on my nerves. Jeffrey just sent in a $2 super chat donation at work, just saying what's up, NoDQ Galaxy. Well, thank you for tuning in and sending the super chat donation, Jeffrey. So, Stefan, anything else?
No, just make sure you guys watch the latest No DQ review. I'll be in that one. Check out No DQ Wrestling Trivia Challenge. They just started a mini tournament, and that was a pretty good episode. just doing some minor plugs for the No DQ, man.
Thank you very much for that, and talk to you soon, man.
All right, have a good night.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
All right, so Owen sent me a request. Okay, Owen, if you would like to call in, go ahead and do so. Actually, Kyle's calling in right now. So again, you guys keep trying. If you don't get me, keep trying. Here comes Kyle. Kyle, are you there?
I am here, Aaron.
All right, how's it going, man?
I am hiding from the weather right now because it literally looks like it's about to snow.
Really? Somebody is calling me on that other computer, and they're calling the wrong email address. They must be calling the NoDQ Guys, don't call that one. Call nodqrift@gmail.com. Hopefully nobody can hear that too loudly. But anyways, Kyle, what's on your mind? I mean, what are you thinking right now? Anything you would like to discuss in particular?
Well, just based off of watching Raw last week, I was just not happy with it at all. I mean, I couldn't believe how boring it was. I just literally turned it off. And then SmackDown was a little bit better, but man, my WWE interest is peaking at an all-time low right now.
Huh.
It really is.
It's like it's not peaking. I guess you could say it's like at the very bottom of the valley.
Pretty
of
much,
interest.
yeah. It's just like I've only stopped watching WWE once in my life, and that for a period of time. Of course, I came back, and that was like end of 2010-ish after the whole Nexus thing, because I was really pissed off about that. And then I came back after the CM Punk pipe bomb, but I'm just having a really hard time like investing in the product right now. Just watching 3 hours of Raw, it's just been pretty abysmal lately.
I don't blame you on that at all. And if I wasn't doing this for a job, I mean, I would definitely take a break. At the most, I think I would watch the YouTube clips and maybe the pay-per-views, and that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking about doing, at least for the short term, because I think this usually right after WrestleMania till about SummerSlam, in my opinion, is WWE's slow period. Like where it's just really they really don't put that much effort into the weekly shows, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely. Around this time of year, May, it's usually the slowest in terms of creativity. It feels like you know, heading into WrestleMania, things get a bit hot, and then it cools off, and then once the SummerSlam build begins, that's when we start to see things pick up again. I definitely agree on that.
Yeah, and Brock Lesnar not being around really doesn't help matters for Raw either, in my opinion. And we'll see what happens with Ronda Rousey and how long she's going to stick around if she wins the title at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't think she will. I don't really care about Lesnar at this point, but I understand the idea that things would be a bit more interesting if the world champion was actually there. And by the way, Unorthodox Man just sent in a $2 super chat donation. Aaron, fancy going to KFC with me? No, because I like Popeyes. If you're willing to go to Popeyes, then yeah, we'll go to Popeyes. What do you think, Kyle? KFC or Popeyes?
Well, I actually posted a poll on this on my Twitter actually about a week ago, asking about KFC, Popeyes, or Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A won the vote, but I voted personally for Popeyes because I like Popeyes the best.
I agree. I like Popeyes more. But anyways, that's completely off topic. I got people trying to call in. So anything you would like to plug, Kyle?
Yes, I actually recently created a Patreon, patreon.com/interstate Kyle. You guys can pledge money and get some awesome features for my channel, including giveaways if you pledge enough money, of course. Right. So that's all fun.
All right, cool. So, well, I will...
Patreon.com/interstate Kyle.
Got it. I will definitely spread the word to people about your channel and your account. So thank you very much, Kyle, for calling in, and I will keep in touch with you soon.
All right. Have a good show, Aaron.
All right. Thank you. Take it easy.
Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. So I had people trying to call in. Here comes William. We got William calling in. So let's see if we can get him on here. William, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay. We got James calling in. Hello, James, are you there? I think we lost him. Got technical difficulties here, and we got a prankster already. So that's the whole fun about doing this with the call-ins. Gonna get some technical issues. Okay, Owen's calling in. Let's try Owen. Hello, Owen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's it going, man?
Good, how's it going with you?
Going well. Where are you calling from?
Pembroke, Massachusetts.
All right, so what's on your mind?
So I wanted to talk about WWE's new deal going on with, the new TV deal they have going down right now.
Yeah, sure.
So I have some concerns about it, but I'm also kind of excited about it because the concern I have is we're going to see a lot of Raw, like Monday Night Raws, like we saw this week, where they know they're making the money, right, but it doesn't really feel like they really will care enough to put on a good show like we saw this week. Because this week's Raw just kind of felt like we made our money. We don't really care enough to put on an entertaining product.
Right. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be that way for a while. But with SmackDown, with the amount of money they're making, I think there will be more of an incentive to put on a better show because they're going to be trying to have competitive ratings. And if the ratings aren't that good, there's a possibility Fox could move them to another channel like FS1 or something and maybe eventually cancel them. So I think there will be some pressure to put on good shows. And like I've said before, I think we could see guys like Roman Reigns end up on SmackDown, and SmackDown could get the A treatment. But then what happens to Raw? What do you do with Raw from that point? I mean, it really doesn't matter what WWE puts on television. If they have the contracts and they have a decent following where 3 million people will tune in, I think they're just going to be satisfied doing what they've been doing, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. I also this makes me question too. If that's why kind of Raw, because I noticed I thought SmackDown got the better out.
You there?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I lost you for a second.
Yeah, this makes me question whether or not that's.
Okay, I think we're having some connection issues.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you cut out there for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
this makes me question whether or not SmackDown got the better end of the superstar shakeup with the better superstars, and Raw kind of got all the jobbers because they had these talks going on, and they're going to make SmackDown more of the A show now. And like you said, they're going to put all like the guys like Roman Reigns and maybe John Cena now will show up on SmackDown a lot more because we don't really know what's going to go on with him when he comes back because obviously he's a free agent and everything.
Right, and when you look at Raw, it still has the Vince guys, the larger-than-life guys like Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, of course. And SmackDown has more of the workhorses, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and whatnot. But that could change next year once WWE gets on Fox. We could see some of the bigger guys like Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman go over to SmackDown. The guys with the star power, although I would say Bryan has the star power as well, but you know what I mean. The guys that Vince likes, we could end up seeing over on SmackDown Live.
And this makes me question too, like if Fox is going to demand other TV network, like other shows from the network to go on Fox just because there'd be demand for it too. Like would we see NXT go to Fox if they wanted NXT?
Possibly if they could get enough viewers. I think it would take a lot of viewers to get a show like NXT on Fox. It's possible they might do something on the secondary channel like FS1, something like that. But I don't think we'll get a second show on Fox on the main network unless Fox ends up getting Raw as well. Nothing is finalized at this point. Keep in mind, this is all stuff that's been reported, but WWE has not confirmed that they're moving to Fox and renewing with USA Network. So things could still change. There's still a possibility that something could go in a different direction.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so anything you would like to promote or plug?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We lost you for a second again.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 3 YouTube channels. First is Wrestling Fortune 44, where I do all my wrestling content. I'll be doing the wrestling rundown, the wrestling show I do on there tonight, and then my non-wrestling channel, Owen the Talkinator and CM Brothers.
All right, well, check that out, and thank you very much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, take it easy.
You too.
All right, bye. All right, we got James now trying to call in, so let's see if we can get him on. And by the way, whoever's calling me on NoDQ MISC, stop. Call me NoDQRift@gmail.com. Let's see. James, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you barely.
Oh, hear me.
The volume's very low. So I'm not sure if the people watching this can hear you or not.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just not very loud.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. I make it louder.
Yeah, if you can turn it up. And Mitch is trying to call in. Mitch, we'll get you on here in a few minutes. Just hang tight. Somebody keeps calling in on that other number, so somebody's just trying to screw with me now. Anyways, what's up, James? How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm actually glad that my computer didn't hang me up this time, but hopefully it's louder now. I tried something on it.
All right, so what's on your mind?
I just want to talk about a little bit about, since I'm going to the All In show, and do you think that since it's sold out in record time and they're already talked about a second year, do you think that like this could be a good sign for like the indies? Like, will there be more of these going on? Because I know like the New Japan show out there is having slow ticket sales, but
Right.
if they get big names like a CM Punk and if Daniel Bryan doesn't resign, do you think this could be something going forward for the indies where they could sell out 10,000 seat stadiums and arenas like WWE does?
Well, I think there's definitely potential. I do feel like a lot of fans are traveling from other parts of the country to go to this show, and who knows if they'll do that on a regular basis. But if there's enough positive buzz from this first show, then yeah, I could potentially see a second show down the line. Now, one idea I had was if CM Punk does in fact show up there, he could appear and maybe do an angle to set up a second show, and that would be a great way to build anticipation for a second show. There are some things they could do on that first show to set up a second show if they wanted to. So it'll be really interesting to see how they handle it. But yes, I definitely see it as a positive, and it's just a matter of building up momentum and keeping that momentum growing over time. There's also the possibility of WWE possibly signing away some of these talents, trying to sign the Young Bucks, trying to sign Cody and stall that momentum. We could always see that happening. So who knows? But yeah, I do think it's a positive that the event sold out as quickly as it did.
Awesome.
Anything else you would like to discuss?
Damn it, now I'm on the hot. No, I guess I'll just hang up now then.
Anything you would like to plug?
My Twitter and Facebook and everything. Power Packers 90. I'm on a podcast. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you can tune into that. Spider-Man's Tangled Web Show right here on YouTube. It's gonna be starting back up again in a couple months. So I guess I'll plug that. That stuff. Thanks for having me on, Aaron.
All right, not a problem. Take it easy.
You too.
All right, bye. All right, Jonathan is trying to call in. Let's get Jonathan here on the line.
Hey, how you doing, man?
How's it going, Jonathan?
Pretty good. How have you been? It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm having a little bit of technical issues here. Somebody is screwing with me. They're calling on my laptop in the other room, and it's making that sound in the background. Kyle says the noise is distracting. So after this call, I might have to pause the video and shut that computer down or something. It just pops up Skype automatically. I don't even know why it does it. I don't even use Skype on that computer, so I have no idea how it got installed on there. But anyways, other than that, I'm doing well. What's on your mind?
Well, I haven't actually been watching Raw or SmackDown the last couple of weeks. I've been kind of in and out of it. I've been watching some of the highlight reels on YouTube. Yeah, so far, based on what I'm seeing, SmackDown's the better show. I can kind of see. I mean, clearly, many websites, including yourselves, pointed out they got the better end of the stick in the superstar shakeup.
Absolutely.
And I can see why Fox might want to buy them because they definitely have the A-list talent. I don't know if they're going to have them live or not, because if they're going to have them be on Friday nights, I have no idea. And I was just going through I was just rewinding the Money in the Bank card. It looks like it might be a decent show.
Yeah.
There hasn't really been like a really bad Money in the Bank. So it's probably one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year because there's that anticipation of somebody grabbing that briefcase, and now you got a man and a woman T division for that match, right. And that's kind of exciting. Do you like? I mean, I don't want to go over the whole card. I know people are trying to call, but like the two ones, like who do you peg to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and who you peg to win the men's?
All right, well, my early prediction for the women's is Natalya, because I think what makes the most sense is for her to interfere in the Ronda Rousey-Nia Jax match and cost Ronda Rousey the title by cashing in and pinning Nia Jax. That's what makes the most sense to me. Anything else, I really don't know how that works out for Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax, because they got to do something with that match. I think it's too soon for Ronda to win the title, and I don't see Ronda losing. So the best thing to do, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be Natalya that cashes in, but because they already set up this relationship between Natalya and Ronda Rousey, that's what makes the most sense. As for the men, I really don't have a solid prediction right now because I don't know who the last person in the match is going to be. I mean, Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe, either one of them I could see winning it. I would be fine with anybody winning, though, really, other than Strowman, because I don't think he needs it. What do you think at this point? What are your early predictions?
Well, I mean, for one thing, I'll say this about Ronda. I agree with you. It is too soon for Ronda to go against the title. I understand why they did it. Ronda Rousey's a big draw. They probably want to get as much buy rates as possible for the pay-per-view or network show, and so they wanted to get a top match as possible. I can't really see anybody else winning the Money in the Bank. Maybe Charlotte. Natalya makes probably the most sense. I don't really see anyone cashing in. I mean, one thing I'd hate to see happen is if Asuka beats Carmella and then she loses the title, via Seth Rollins or, like right after winning it. I think that'd piss a lot of Asuka fans off.
Yeah, exactly.
The men's match, I don't know. I'm trying to think of who's in it. I know a lot of people really want the Miz to win. Will he? Will he? I don't know. That's a tough one. I think he, he's long overdue for like a main event title shot, because when Brock's doing his part-time thing, Miz has kind of been the top heel really for the most part on Raw when he was on Raw. So I
Right.
think, we kind of really, I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura is a good heel, but if they're all they're going to be doing is kicking each other in the balls, then that's not really compelling storytelling.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I have other people trying to call on, and I'm gonna try to shut off that laptop. So, anything you would like to promote?
I have my ZOMG Ruler channel. I mean, I kind of delve into anime a little bit, and hey, hopefully I can be on the waiting list to be on a NoDQ panel at some point.
Absolutely. I mean, we haven't done any in a while, but I'm hoping we can get some of those going again. You will definitely be should be back momentarily. All right, I am back. So we should have that problem nipped in the bud with that guy who feels the need to try and troll. He's gonna have to make a new Skype account now if he wants to fool me again. Anyways, you guys can call in, anybody who hasn't yet, who wants to call in. I feel like overall this is going well. Little technical issues that I gotta sort out. I gotta somehow uninstall Skype on the laptop. I don't even remember installing it on there in the first place. So you gotta love Windows, how they just throw shit on there without your knowledge. And people can just automatically call me on there when I'm not even aware that I signed into Skype. Okay, so this guy, William Wallace, let's see what he has to say. He's the troll. Since I'm waiting on other people to call in, let's hear from the troll. Hello. Thank you, Elias. So yeah, that was William Wallace, who's apparently the guy calling me in on the laptop or whatever. The Beastmaster. Let's get some messages from the chat room. The Beastmaster says, "Keep these going, Aaron." Kayfabe Candy Ass says, "Trolls are ahead of me in line." Kayfabe, call in. Let's hear from you, man. I've been waiting for you. CDROMGAMIINGHD just sent in a $2 super chat donation. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. No comment, but feel free to leave one. I want to hear from Kayfabe Candy Ass. Everyone has heard the name if they've been following the channel. People want to hear his voice. People want to see him too. I want to see him on a video, but he doesn't do video, and I've never heard his voice before. So Kayfabe, call in. We want Kayfabe. We want Kayfabe. Come on, Kayfabe Candy Ass, call in. Let's hear from you. We got Money in the Bank coming up. I'm curious to hear what Kayfabe Candy Ass has to say. Kayfabe, why are you not calling in? You added me on Skype and now you're not calling me in. William Losh with a $3 super chat donation. How do I get a hold of you? Been dying to call in. William, try calling nodqrift@gmail.com on Skype. All right, here we go. We got Kayfabe Candy Ass calling in now. All right. Are you there?
All right.
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
How's it going, man?
I've had my arm twisted enough.
Well, thank you very much for calling in. People have been waiting for what seems like years now to hear from you.
Yeah, maybe like 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years and counting. You've been around for a while. So what's on your mind?
I don't know. I got my column posted yesterday, so everyone can check that out on the website. I collected a few thoughts.
Absolutely. You guys should check it out if you haven't already. Definitely check out his columns over on NoDQ.com.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have much exciting to say. I feel like there's been all this buildup and,
Well, how are you feeling about Money in the Bank on a scale of 1 to 10? What's your excitement level right now, and do you think it can possibly improve?
It can improve. I'm more like, I don't know, like a few shows in this era I'm more excited about how the crowd's going to react right now. I mean, we're still a couple weeks away anyway, but it is what it is, and we'll
Right.
see. I mean,
Well, I put the thumbnail as Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns for a reason, because I felt like that would be a good match
Right.
for us to talk about on this live video. I'm really curious to see how the crowd reacts to that match. I'm gonna be there in Chicago. I wonder if they're gonna boo it out of the building, or will they cheer Jinder and boo Reigns, and will they actually be invested in the match? That's what I'm wondering. How do you think they're gonna react?
I think card placement is key with that. I mean, if that is in the main event, then it's probably going to be twice as bad as Reigns and Joe were, and people like Joe, and we saw what happened. So
Right.
with Jinder, no one really cares. Everyone thinks it's going to be a piece of shit match, and it's just,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think, like, if it's put on last, there's no chance for those guys. If it's put on, let's say, first match of the night, then yeah, I think there's a decent chance that the crowd will react in a positive way. And by the way, Arthur's trying to call in. Arthur, just hang on a minute here. We will get you on. All right, Kayfabe, anything you would like to promote? Obviously, your column.
My column, Planet Kayfabe, for those who may not know Planet Kayfabe. I try and make a post once a week. Sometimes it's twice a week. Sometimes it's every 10 days. It is what it is. Sometimes there's more stuff to talk about than others. Follow me at Planet Kayfabe. I live tweet Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, and bullshit about nonsense. So I like to interact with everyone. I post my guitar clips and do wrestling songs. So
Yeah,
it's
great
nice
stuff.
to hear from everyone.
Great stuff. I really enjoy it. So everyone check out Planet Kayfabe. Check out NoDQ.com/KCA. That goes right to, I believe, your Twitter account. I think that's what I set it up for. I set up different URLs for different people. I think Kyle's goes to his YouTube channel. Some of them go to Twitter. Some of them go to Facebook. Some of them go to YouTube or whatnot. Anyways, thank you very much for calling in, and I'll talk to you soon, hopefully.
All right, thanks for having me on, Aaron.
All right, not a problem. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
All right, bye. All right, so we have Wait a minute. We have Arthur calling in. Let's get him on here. He's been trying to call for a long time. All right, Arthur, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. What's up?
I'm doing good. This is my first time, obviously, doing a video like this with everybody calling in. Had a few mishaps, but overall, I feel it's been going very well. Billy's trying to call in. Billy, hang on. I'll try to get you on next. Kermit, I'm not sure if that's Kermit the Frog. The way things have been going today, it could be Kermit the Frog for all I know. But anyways, Arthur, how's it going? And what's on your mind? What would you like to talk about?
I'm calling you from Greece.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Nice. Very cool.
I'm your fan, man.
I appreciate it. Glad to have people watching from all over the world. That's awesome.
Yep.
I mean that's.
So I have to.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna
Sorry,
say
can you
that.
hear me?
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear you. Sorry to interrupt. I was just gonna say that one of the reasons I started doing the website 20 years ago was the idea that I could post something online and people from all over the world could read it. I thought that was a really cool concept when I was in high school, and that's why I really went full blown diving right into it. And I just wanted to say it's really cool to have people from all over the world. It's such an awesome thing that you can connect with people on the other side of the planet. I mean, I think that's a really awesome thing. But anyways, go ahead. What's on your mind?
Yeah, that's awesome. You're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So my first question: where do you see Finn Balor in the future? Is he leaving? Is he staying? What about this demon gimmick? I didn't see him for a while doing this gimmick.
Yeah.
Even in WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he will be in WWE for the foreseeable future. I don't think he's going to be pushed in the main event. I would like to see him versus Brock Lesnar, but I'm not holding my breath on it. Isn't that his song Catch Your Breath or something like that? Something similar. But I think Finn Balor will continue to be an upper mid-card guy. I don't know what's up with the Demon. He hasn't been doing it in a long time. I feel like they've dropped it. The fact that he didn't do it at WrestleMania makes me think that they're just not going to do that gimmick anymore, which I think is a shame because I think it's very marketable. It makes him stand out from everyone else, and you can make action figures with it and that sort of thing. I really don't get it. I guess maybe they just don't want to push him at that level and they're holding him back a little bit. Now, is that enough for him to want to leave? I don't think so. He's making good money, and with WWE stock prices, I think wrestlers will try to stick around and try to get more eyeballs on them. With Fox, there's the potential for new viewers to tune in and new fans of WWE to be developed. So I think he will stick around most likely.
Cool. Yes, I agree with you. But I went to buy some T-shirts and I saw that his Demon T-shirt wasn't selling. It was the last one, so I think they're dropping it because there's no other T-shirts. Yeah, like Demon T-shirts he has on WWE website.
Right.
So the second question is about Roman Reigns.
Sure.
Do you think they're gonna turn him heel with Jinder, or he's going to SmackDown as heel? What's going on with this guy?
I don't think he's turning heel. I mean, he'll say it himself in the interviews. He already considers himself to be a heel because he goes out there and gets booed, and he really doesn't care. As long as the people react, that's all that matters. I don't think WWE is going to make him a traditional heel. Their idea, I think Virtue said it best. He's like this new version of a WWE heel where he goes out there and he's just acting like the company man, being the baby face, and he's in the Steve Austin template where he comes out there and he says the authority is trying to screw me over, and that's his gimmick now. That's the new heel, going out there and being that type of character that the fans feel is being forced on them. That's the new heel in today's WWE. It just goes completely against traditional storytelling, but WWE can do basically whatever they want at this point. So no, I don't see him becoming a traditional heel because their attitude is if they do that, then the fans will just cheer him anyways. They'll start cheering him. So what's the point? He's already getting a reaction. But if fans continue to not make noise, and if they do what they did at Backlash, then never say never. And that's really the phrase you have to go with, is never say never. Anything can happen. But I would say it's unlikely at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. Backlash was a disaster. Everybody left.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything you would like to plug or promote?
Nothing. Not for a pop or something like that.
All right,
Just keep doing a great job.
All right. Well, thank you. And if I do another one of these, I would definitely love to have you call in again.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take it easy, man.
Have a nice day.
All right. Bye.
Take it easy. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
All right. So now we have, let me get Kermit and then Billy and then Boston Punk. I'm trying to do these in order here. All right. Kermit, are you there? Hey, what's up? Is this by any chance Kermit the Frog? Aw. See, if he actually called in and was pranking me with Kermit the Frog's voice, that would have been way funnier. But, oh well. All right, now we have Billy calling in. Billy, are you there?
How's it going, Aaron?
I'm doing good. I just got a call from Kermit, but it was not Kermit the Frog, unfortunately. I'm very disappointed. But how are you?
Oh, that's unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
Just so you know, man, I've been a big fan for, I think, coming up on 3 years now.
Very cool. Thank you.
Keep it up, man. You're doing great.
I appreciate that. So what's on your mind wrestling-wise?
I just kind of wanted to talk about, I don't know, I'm just really not feeling like Raw right now. In my opinion, Raw just every week gets more boring every time I watch it. And I kind of have a controversial opinion here. I'm so tired of seeing Braun Strowman. Like, everyone thinks he's really great. And I mean, his character was entertaining at first. But it's just every week now they have him doing the same thing, getting he doesn't ever get beat up. He just beats people up, which is good for his gimmick. but it's getting a little old. I think I might be the only person that has that opinion. But
Well, I see where you're coming from, definitely. I feel like he's done things on television that if it was Roman Reigns, the crowd would just hate it completely.
Absolutely.
Like if Roman Reigns teamed up with Nicholas, imagine the heat for that.
Crowd, they would have got eaten alive.
Yeah, poor Nicholas would have just been in really bad shape.
Yeah, it would have been like poor Nicholas would have got the Rock treatment from Royal Rumble 2015.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I feel like with Strowman, the fans have not turned on him yet, but I think you make a good point. I mean, if it continues going the way it is, and fans start to get tired of it, and they feel like it's not organic and it's being force fed, then yeah, I feel like Braun could cool off to the point where fans just start booing him and they get sick of his act.
Yeah, and I feel like, and I'm not a Roman fan, so all the people in the comments can eat me alive, but I'm not a Roman fan. I'm just saying I think Roman's a way better wrestler than Strowman is as well. But people say Roman sucks, and I never hear people chant you can't wrestle at Strowman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just seems like, I don't know, I'm just tired of seeing them, and I am kind of waiting on Jason Jordan to come back, and the gimmick, I don't know, it's really stupid, but it kind of entertained me a little bit. Is there any update on that?
He should be back any time now. I believe he's scheduled to be backstage at Raw again on Monday. He was there a few weeks ago, but they didn't use him. I think there's a decent possibility we're going to see American Alpha reform. I mean, the fact that Chad Gable got beat down on Raw, and I thought then we were going to see Jason Jordan come out and make the save. It didn't happen. It's quite possible we'll see Jason Jordan and Chad Gable reform their team, and maybe Kurt will mentor them or something like that.
I think that'd be the best choice, honestly. I wonder if they're going to keep the son gimmick thing up or just drop it.
I don't know. I mean, I think Kurt might still be aligned with Jason Jordan. They'll do the team, maybe a new team angle. What I really hope they do is, because the Revival haven't been doing much of anything, what both of those teams need, American Alpha versus Revival, that match on a pay-per-view, I think would really help elevate.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, let those guys go out there and have the kind of matches they were having in NXT, only on the big stage to reestablish these guys and let the casual fans know, hey, these guys are really great, and let the fans see what they're all about.
Yeah, every time I see the Revival on Raw, I get so disappointed. That's probably the greatest tag team in NXT history right there, and have they accomplished anything really on the main roster at all?
Yeah. Oh, somebody said Kurapika says he can hear birds in the background. Well, you know what? That's better. That's better than the laptop with some guy trying to prank call me.
Yeah. In the Revival, AOP and Sanity, like, I wish they would just quit calling these people up if they're not going to do anything with them. I wish they would have a direction for them before they would call them up. It just seems like Vince goes, hey, I like this guy, but I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with him.
Right.
I just wish they wouldn't do that, because they ruin them instantly whenever they do that.
Yeah, I mean, the problem right now is that the roster is so bloated, and they can afford to have all these guys under contract. If you notice, they're not really cutting a lot of people as of late. They're just getting as many people under contract as possible and just letting those contracts expire rather than cut a bunch of people. And because of that, you have a lot of people under contract. I mean, somebody out there probably has the stats. I mean, they might have more wrestlers under contract right now than any time in company history. It's got to be up there. It's got to be close to a record. So that's part of the problem too. When you have NXT, which is cool because those guys have more opportunities to shine. But
yeah, I don't know why they don't send people like Dana Brooke and stuff like that back down to NXT, because they're not doing anything on the main roster, And
they might. I mean, the Revival did a live event, an NXT live event, and I think it's possible that we'll see more guys do that. Tyler Breeze just did one. I think there is a possibility we could see some of those guys go back to NXT. Maybe the Revival, but I think all the Revival really needs is just a great program with American Alpha on Raw, and I think that those two teams can rebound from really being at a very non-significant point in their careers right now.
Yeah, their matches at NXT were phenomenal. I wish we could get like I wish the tag division was just one division, not Raw and SmackDown, because we could get the Revival and the Usos. They would tear it down, man. You could get all kinds of stuff that you can't get because they separate the rosters. Even though they really have enough teams to do that,
Right.
or enough credible teams, honestly. But yeah, I'll wrap this up because I know you got stuff to do, and all that. But I really appreciate it, man. I've been waiting to get on for a long time, and have fun at the meetup coming up. I'm about 6 hours away from it, so I'm not going to be there, but I'll be there in spirit.
Well, I appreciate that. And anything you would like to plug before you head out?
Yeah, no, man. No, that's it, buddy.
All right. Well, hopefully I can get you on again. If I do this again, you can call in. Great having you on.
If you get the panel going again, I'd love to. I've been binge watching those panel videos.
Oh, cool.
I would love to get on that, man.
All right. Well, I got a list. People are having me bring this back potentially. So we'll see how this goes.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Aaron. Have a great day, man.
All right. You too, man. Take it easy.
See ya.
All right. Bye. All right, so now Boston Punk is calling in, and Stephen Osborne just sent in a $2 super chat donation. Who's getting cut after June 4th is his question. So I might ask that to Boston Punk here in a second. George is trying to call in. George, you'll be on next, so just hang tight. Boston Punk, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Going good. Your audio is a bit staticky, but we'll try to work around that here.
How's this? Is this any better?
A little bit. I hear somebody in the background, but as long as it's not some guy trolling us, then we're good.
No, hey, listen, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. All right, I got the whole family here watching you. I got myself. I got my little brother, the Boston Bruiser.
Oh,
got
nice.
my uncle, the Boston Butcher. We got my gay cousin, the Boston Cream Pie. So we're all here.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So listen, my 3-year-old's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. He's not gonna let me talk very long. I just want to plug NoDQ.com on Instagram. NoDQ, DOTCOM. Check it out. Follow it. Spread the word. That's all I gotta say. Support the site. Much love.
All right. Well, real quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Money in the Bank?
I'd say 7.5.
7.5. All right. We'll see if WWE can get your excitement level up just a little bit more. Hopefully, all of us, for that matter. Anyways, I'll let you go. Thank you very much for calling in.
All right. I'll get more excited if Greg Cherry finally loses. Peace out.
Whoa. All right. Take it easy. All right. We got George now calling in. All right. Here we go. George Early. All right. George, how's it going? George.
Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going?
Hey, what's up? I've been watching for about, I think, since 2014 or something.
Nice.
I think I popped up in episode 525.
Right on.
Yeah. Let me see. I wanted to ask, and this is exciting talking to you. Are you frustrated with just how obsessive WWE is with pushing Roman Reigns and just wanting so badly him wanting to be a face?
Yeah, I have been frustrated because I feel like it's such an obvious heel turn. I think of Hulk Hogan when he turned heel, Bash at the Beach, 1996, how that just completely turned WCW upside down. It was red hot. I feel like with Cena too, I was frustrated with Cena because I felt like in 2012 that would have been the perfect opportunity coming off of that loss to The Rock, and then instead of him beating Brock, he lost to Lesnar. First he lost to Rock, and then he lost to Brock, and then after losing 2 back-to-back major pay-per-view matches, he finally goes full-fledged heel out of frustration. I would have liked to have seen that. With Reigns, I feel like his character has just been portrayed in the wrong fashion. That guy, when I see him, I see a guy who should just be going out there and kicking ass. The problem is they started having him cut these goofy promos, which he doesn't really do a very good job of. I mean, some guys can get away with it, but even AJ Styles, when AJ Styles starts trying to do comedy, because he's AJ Styles, the fans really don't turn on him, but it's the same lame material. And the problem is Roman Reigns doesn't have that internet fan base behind him. He doesn't have the indie experience, so the fans already resent the guy, feeling that when he came into WWE, because of his family heritage, they gave him an immediate push, and he was pretty much given the opportunities right off the bat without really paying his dues. You know, the fans feel like Reigns didn't earn the spot; he just got handed it because of his Samoan background. So
Yeah,
I think
mean,
that's the problem with him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like for Cena, his whole gimmick, like I can get why they didn't turn Cena heel, because his gimmick was like, never give up and all that. He would have to change up his entire gimmick altogether if he turned heel. But Roman can easily turn heel, and he wouldn't have to change that much about him. He just needs to have more attitude and be more aggressive, and then he'll be a great heel.
Yeah, you just took the words right out of my mouth. I would have said the same thing. He needs to be more aggressive, less talking. Just let him go out there and be himself. And the problem is too is that he's too much like John Cena. It's basically just a carbon copy of John Cena. And if Roman Reigns was a slightly different type of character, I think the backlash wouldn't be as significant as it's been. But now I feel like it's the point of no return, because WWE has shoved him down people's throats for so long. If they changed up his character, say, in 2015, I think that could have been a positive move for Roman Reigns. Look at the Usos. Those guys were getting booed by association, and fans were just getting tired of their shtick. But then when they turned heel, they became one of the hottest acts in the company, and they were able to organically go back to being baby faces because they made such a good connection with the crowd. Same thing with the New Day. They were not getting over as baby faces. They turned heel, and then they could organically go back to being baby faces. Look at The Rock when he was Rocky Maivia. Same thing. I feel like if WWE did that with Reigns, let him just be a great heel, let him do what he wants to do, and let him organically win over the fans, I think that it would have been a lot better than what they've been doing with him.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do at this point, because WWE. Oh man, I don't know. It's frustrating. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like just switching over, jumping ship to like something like New Japan or something.
Well, there are other options out there. There are alternatives. There's lots of wrestling promotions out there. So, I mean, if you get frustrated enough, take a break. I mean, I know some people out there are doing so. Interstate Kyle said he's taking a break. So I would advise that if you're really burned out on it, just take a break from it, or maybe just watch the YouTube clips, watch the pay-per-views, watch my stuff, of course, and just check out some other stuff. There is other wrestling out there.
Sure, man. I'll make sure to keep on looking at your videos.
All right. Well, thank you. Anything you would like to plug or promote?
Yeah, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/The Galvanizer. There, I just upload some music. So in case you're doing some homework or some other random crap that you get bored of, you listen to some music in the background, and hopefully that should entertain you.
All right. Well, thank you very much again for the support, checking out the website and channel, and I'll hopefully talk to you soon.
All right. See ya, Aaron.
All right. Take it easy.
Thanks for having me on.
All right. Have a good one. All right. So that was George Early. Overall, this is going well. I think other than the few mishaps early in the video, which it's bound to happen, I feel overall this video has gone really well. So I think I will keep doing more of these. And I saw somebody in the chat room mention earlier possibly doing this after the pay-per-view. I won't do it for Money in the Bank, most likely, because I'm going to be recording the Money in the Bank review video in Chicago with Virtue and Stephen Osborne. We will be doing an in-person video, so we'll mainly just be interacting with people in the chat room. I think it would just be too busy if we were doing call-ins with the three of us in the room at the same time. But I will hopefully do more of these videos, and maybe try one after Raw with the call-ins. I know there's going to be the occasional trolls. It's bound to happen. Mike B says, you know what happens when those people keep trying to troll Aaron? You know what happens when you troll NoDQ video? You just made the list of Rift. Thank you for that, Mike B. Anybody else who has not called in yet who would like to, I will go ahead and answer your call. NoDQ rift@gmail.com is the Skype on this computer here. Please do not call NoDQMISC@gmail.com. That is for that other Skype account, which I need to delete that off that laptop ASAP. Stab Studios with a $2 super chat donation. What is the best last man standing match in history? Whoa, that is a tough one to answer off the top of my head. Okay, so the first one that comes to mind off the top of my head, Big Jeffrey, you can call in. The best one, I remember No Mercy 2007 when Cena got hurt. Triple H and Randy Orton had I think it was a last man standing match. I remember that one being really good. That was a really strong pay-per-view. Cena went down with the injury, and they had to come up with something. And I thought that one was really good. That's the first one I can think of. Let's see what Certified G. Now he's Certified G again, by the way, since Enzo wasn't charged with anything. All right, we have Certified G on. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing good. Stephen Osborne, he sent in a $2 super chat donation. He says, who gets cut after June 4th, LOL. So let's talk about that, and also talk about the last man standing match. Somebody just asked me for my all-time favorite. Do you have a favorite last man standing match?
Oh God, damn! I would have to go back and watch some of them. There's so many.
Yeah, I was just thinking off the top of my head, and the one I remembered was Triple H versus Randy Orton from, I think it was No Mercy. It was right after John Cena got injured, 2007.
Yeah, I remember that. You know what? Because Triple H had what, 3 matches that night, I believe.
Yeah, I think he faced Umaga in the middle of the show.
You know what? Yeah, that was a good one. Thinking about it, that really was a good one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I did like that one.
Yeah. So let's go to Stefan's question. Who gets cut after June 4th? I don't know if anybody's going to get cut necessarily. I think that's just a rumor right now. But anything's possible. We could see at any time a bunch of people get cut. And technically, June 4th is still spring, and there's that saying, the spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning,
WWE doesn't need to cut anybody, though, because they got so much money, it really doesn't matter. But your opinion...
Absolutely.
Your opinion...
I don't think anybody's going to get cut. What I would want to see happen is the people... I was talking to Virtue about this on Tuesday. The people who aren't being used properly need to go down to NXT, and then NXT... I mean, technically NXT is its own brand, but I think NXT can become the third brand, and then the people who aren't being used properly, like Brizongo, Mojo, Zach, Mike Kanellis, all those people, or the people who really can't connect with the audience, need to go back down to NXT. That's what I think.
Well, I think that's a very valid opinion there. Scorp18 Talks Wrestling says, how do I call in? NoDQRift@gmail.com on Skype. Hopefully everyone got that by now. But yeah, I think overall this has turned out really well. I mean, obviously the trolls and whatnot, but we've had some really good callers tonight. So I appreciate everyone calling in. I hope I can do this again and get more people calling in. All right, anything you would like to plug? I'm sure you got some stuff.
You guys can follow me at Twitter at NoDQ_CertifiedG, Instagram, Facebook, and follow everybody on NoDQ on Twitter as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much, of course, for calling in, and I will talk to you soon.
Not a problem, Aaron. All right, talk to you later.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too.
All right, so that was Big G, a.k.a. Certified G, now that he got his whole situation worked out with Enzo no longer being charged. All right, so again, if anybody else wants to call in who has not called in yet, Triple RP says he would like to call in. So go on Skype, NoDQRift@gmail.com, and you can call me in on that account, please, not the other one. All right, Mitch. Mitch has been trying for a long time, so let's get Mitch on here and see what he has to say. Mitch, are you there?
Yes. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. It's just a real honor right now. Like, really, it is.
Well, I'm very grateful to having you here on NoDQ Live.
I'm on the phone.
What was that?
I'm on the phone. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. So what's on your mind?
So I actually have a couple questions, but first, do you think Daniel Bryan's going to leave when his contract expires?
I don't think so. I would be really surprised. Anything can happen, but he got his job back, his real job, what he wants to do. And I think it's enough money and it's a big stage. I think he's going to stick around. I really don't see him leaving. I think he will stay with WWE. I would be surprised if he left. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the money's going to be too good, and the company can definitely afford to pay him whatever he would want. I think he will stay. Almost certain. I would be really shocked if he left.
Because to look in my eyes, it looks like he's not having fun with the storylines.
Well, I think he wants to be in the main event, but at the same time, I think he's happy just to be able to wrestle again. Knowing him, though, knowing how wrestlers are, they always want to be at the top. So I'm sure there's that part of him that, yeah, he's glad to be back. That's step one. But now the next step is to get to the next level. And I think he will. Because I think they're going to build up eventually to Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. I see that potentially at next year's WrestleMania. And in the meantime, he's got a lot of guys to work with. I think he's going to have a feud with The Miz. And looking back at the promos they had, that's going to be an awesome feud. There's so much he can do. And then, of course, he can go to Raw and face all those guys, face Seth Rollins, face Roman Reigns. There's so much for him to do, so many possibilities. There's no need for him to go anywhere. I really don't think he's going to go anywhere.
I'm glad to hear that. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's one of the best WWE has, and it feels like he hasn't missed a step. He feels like he's just as good as he was before.
Yeah, Sonic, like he never left.
Yeah, definitely. All right, anything else? Anything you would like to plug or promote?
Actually, one more question, if I may.
Sure. Gary's trying to call in. Gary, just hold on here a few moments. Go ahead, Mitch.
What do you like about Jinder Mahal?
Oh, wow. You're putting me on the spot here. What do I like about Jinder Mahal? I'll tell you what I liked. I liked his Talking Smack promo from about a year ago, a little over a year ago, right before his big push started. He cut this promo on Talking Smack, and he actually sounded like a real human being, and I felt like he showed some passion when he was speaking from the heart. So I know he has that inside of him. We just haven't gotten to see it with this stereotypical foreign heel character. But I know there is that side to him that has some personality, and I think he could be potentially a bigger star if he could just be himself and not play this stereotype that he's been.
I liked him as the champion. I honestly did. I honestly thought he brought the real heel. That's what I thought.
Like I've said, if he had been gradually built up towards the main event spot, and then when he actually won the title, he was protected as champion instead of winning by fluke every time and outside interference, I think it would have gone over better. I think the problem was that he got pushed to the top too soon, and then once he was champion, literally every single match he won with outside interference, and nobody bought into him as the number one guy. If you're the world champion, you have to be believable. People have to believe that you are the best of the best, and I don't feel like the majority of the audience felt that with him. Nothing against him personally, I just felt it was the way his character was portrayed on television.
Right, I can see that. Well, thank you for having me on, and yeah, can I plug something in?
Absolutely, go for it.
I have a YouTube channel. My name is Mitch Coxey. Just give me a subscribe, and yeah, we'll just see from there.
All right. Thank you very much, Mitch, and hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be on a panel video soon.
Yeah, well, we'll add you to the list. I'm getting a lot of demand for it, so I think I'm going to have to bring it back.
I was actually the one who emailed you a couple days ago about it.
All right, well, I will definitely put you back on the list for it.
Great, thanks.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
All right, bye. All right, we got Gary now, who is actually Stone Cold Grandpa, so let's get him on. Stephen Osborne just left in a $2 Super Chat donation. And Angle, Daniel Bryan leaves to do All In, then comes back. We'll talk about that here in a second here, Stefan. Gary, how's it going?
Gary, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good, Aaron. How you doing, man? I see you shaved off your beard, huh?
Yeah, no more beard. The beard is no more.
Yeah.
So what's on your mind?
Oh, not much. I just thought I'd check in. I haven't been watching much of wrestling lately. I kind of got burned out on it because the way the way the Raw and SmackDown are heading.
Yeah,
So I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break from it.
Yeah, I heard Kyle's doing the same thing, and he's actually feeling a lot better now that he doesn't have to commit to watching it every single week, right?
Yeah, not too much. Yeah, he's going off with his. He's been watching the hockey finals and stuff. He kind of got into that a little bit. So anyhow.
Well, good for him. I mean, I would definitely consider doing the same thing if I wasn't doing this for a job here. So Stephen Osborne asked about Daniel Bryan possibly leaving to do All In and then coming back. I don't think he's going to leave. I mean, if WWE wanted to do like a repeat of CM Punk from 2011 where Bryan was angry and quit the company, they could do that, but I don't think WWE is going to do anything to give All In publicity. So I really don't see that happening. What do you think about that? Do you think Bryan could possibly do the All In event? If you were him, would you consider leaving and doing that?
I don't know. I don't think it's the timing's right for him to leave right now because they're trying to push him. They're pushing him forward. So probably, maybe to get a championship run. So I don't know if he's going to do it. If he was back for a longer period of time, it might behoove him. But I don't think he's going to do it right now. I don't think the company's going to let him go right now.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Also, I think he's still under contract when All In takes place. So I think the only way it could happen was if WWE allowed it. And again, unless they're going to try to do some worked shoot angle like CM Punk from 2011, I don't see that happening. And I don't think they're going to help out Cody and the Young Bucks. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All right, anything else on your mind?
Yeah, have you seen that? If you had a chance to see that Mauro Ranallo thing on Showtime yet?
I have not. I have gotten asked about it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it last night, man. It's pretty amazing what this guy's going through, man, in his life and what he's accomplished with having this bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
I guess it's a really rare form of bipolar disorder that you don't see too often, and if you get a chance to check it out, check it out because it's amazing what this guy's gone through and what he's still going through, actually.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out as soon as I get the opportunity to do so. All right, Gary. So, anything you would like to plug or promote?
Yeah, I want to plug Interstate Kyle's Patreon. He just started this thing up here a few days ago, and he's trying to see if they could go with this thing. So if your listeners out there, have them check it out. So other than that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and like I told people, NoDQ.com/Kyle. All right, well, thank you very much, Gary, for calling in, and hope to talk to you soon. Hopefully see you in July for the New Japan show.
Okay.
All right, take it easy, man. Have a great rest of the weekend.
You too.
All right, bye. All right, so that was I was gonna say Guile from Street Fighter. Wow, duh. That was Gary, the grandfather, Stone Cold Grandpa, Kyle's grandpa. Let's check in the chat room here. Did I get disconnected? I'm not sure. Well, if I'm still on here, it looks like I'm still on. Anybody else who would like to call in? I'm trying to get as many people as possible on here. We've had about, I want to say, 12 people call in over the course of an hour. This video has gone really well. I'm really happy with it, and I will definitely do more of these and get more people calling in. If you're not able to call in on this video, hopefully I can get you on for the next one. I think there will at least be another one. Stefan says I'm still on here. I'm not sure because sometimes the chat room freezes and I'm not sure if people are hearing me or seeing me or whatnot. Somebody had messaged me on Skype asking about calling in. I'm not sure who that was, but again, it's nodqrift@gmail.com. Try to call that. Find me on Skype and then call. And if I don't answer, it's because I'm on the line with somebody else. Okay, Brian is calling in. Here we go. We got Brian calling in. Let's see if if we can get Brian on. Brian, are you there?
Yes,
How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm very happy about how this video has turned out overall. So what's on your mind?
I'm just kind of excited for the Styles Nakamura last man standing match. Hopefully this is the end of the feud, because I know you've been talking about how the whole Styles Nakamura feud's been getting a little bit probably a little bit more too many matches with each other, you know?
Yeah, too many matches in a short period of time instead of spreading it out. Tony says, what does the No DQ Chicago meet end? I think he's saying, when does the meetup end? I'm not sure. It goes as long as people stick around. I mean, it'll be like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. But anyways, Brian, yeah, I'm looking forward to the match. I just hope we actually have a decisive winner. I mean, what would you like to see happen in this match?
Well, I know Nakamura has been like the one guy that WWE has kind of like pretty much torn apart ever since losing to Jinder Mahal. But I think ever since winning the Royal Rumble and getting that heel turn at WrestleMania, I feel like he could have a good chance of beating AJ Styles this time, even though they went to a double count out twice and him losing at WrestleMania. But I feel like this could be his redemption to finally win it.
Right.
And yeah, that's all I can say is that Nakamura should get the title, and I think he should get a little run with it.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would not mind that at this point. I feel like if he loses decisively to AJ, where does he go from here? I feel like if he wins the title, it freshens things up a little bit, and AJ can get a rematch. You could theoretically stretch one more match out of this program. You could also just let Nakamura be the champion for a while, maybe do Bryan versus Nakamura for the title, or any number of matches. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would be fine if Nakamura won the title. And AJ's had a pretty good run. He's been champion now since November. He's been champion for what, 7 months now? That's a pretty decent reign in today's era.
Yeah, Nakamura has a lot of opponents that he can take on for the title. Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, even though Samoa Joe is a heel, but Samoa Joe is probably one of the best things on SmackDown. And ever since leaving Raw, I think Samoa Joe has kind of gotten his momentum back.
Right. Anything you would like to plug or promote? I have Maka wanting to call in.
Yeah, I want to promote my YouTube channel, youtube.com/stabstudios. And I just do a lot of, I haven't made a video in so long, but I used to do like skit videos and wrestling videos. But yeah, that's all I really want to promote.
All right, cool. All right, well, thank you very much for your support and tuning in, and hopefully we'll get you on again at some point.
And thank you very much for having me on here. And hopefully next time we have the wrestling trivia, I'm willing to challenge anybody on the wrestling trivia.
All right, sounds good, man. Take it easy. Have a great rest of the weekend.
You too.
All right, take it easy. Bye. All right, so now we have Maka calling in.
Yes. Hello, Aaron. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How do I pronounce your name?
Maka.
Maka. Okay, cool. So how are you, and what's on your mind?
Honestly, I'm so fed up with Jinder Mahal. I can't stand the guy. I hate his guts. But on the bright side of it, I actually kind of booked SummerSlam myself. So I had an epiphany of possibly a fatal four-way match between Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura, with The Miz being the Money in the Bank holder and him cashing it in on Daniel Bryan.
Ooh, that's an interesting idea. What do you see happening between Money in the Bank and SummerSlam? I mean, would Daniel Bryan be the champion in that match? How would that work exactly? What would happen at the July pay-per-view, which is...
What I think, because I believe The Miz is pretty hot right now, I think he should win Money in the Bank, and I think that Daniel Bryan should become WWE champion at SummerSlam, possibly making Samoa Joe tap out. And then The Miz comes out there and just gives Daniel Bryan a skull crushing finale and cashes in Money in the Bank, which kickstarts their feud.
I like it. So we actually do the Daniel Bryan Miz feud, but actually make it for the WWE title. I'm down with that. I would be cool with it. I know a lot of fans want to see the Miz get back into the WWE title picture. You know, he had that run in late 2010, early 2011, but he's gotten so much better now. He's become one of the best performers in the company, and I feel like a lot of fans want to see him get one more run at the top. So yeah, I definitely like that idea, and I would not be opposed at all to him winning Money in the Bank. By the way, Triple RP is trying to call in. 1 minute, Triple RP, and we'll get you on. So anything else you would like to add?
The other thing I would like to talk about is Seth Rollins.
Sure.
So the thing is, I remember watching one of your videos and you kind of forgot about a match that Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins had at Battleground a few years ago. Technically, Seth Rollins should be the guy to challenge for the Universal title, seeing as how Brock Lesnar never defeated him. The one match they had was at Battleground a few years ago, and if you remember, The Undertaker got involved and cost Brock Lesnar the WWE Championship. So technically, Seth Rollins is really more of a credible challenger than anybody on the Raw roster.
Yeah, I would agree on that. And yeah, I did pretty much forget about that match. I think I sort of remembered, and now I definitely remember with The Undertaker interfering. What a lame ending that was. No wonder I forgot about it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. I think Seth Rollins, with the momentum he has and the fact that Michael Cole keeps putting him over as the red hot Seth Rollins, makes me feel like maybe, just maybe, that'll happen. Maybe it'll be Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
I think that Seth Rollins should drop the championship to Jason Jordan when he comes back, a freshly healed Jason Jordan, and he should just go after the Universal title, possibly turning Elias babyface, and babyface Elias can feud with heel Jason Jordan.
So, do you think Jason Jordan's better off being a heel, or do you think he's better off reforming his team with American Alpha with Chad Gable?
I think he's better off as a heel, personally.
You think they're still gonna boo him even if he reunites with Chad Gable?
The thing about it is Chad Gable has not really been played off as this really credible singles wrestler. I mean, the last great match I even recall from him was a match he had with AJ Styles on SmackDown around the time AJ Styles was the United States champion. So, in my opinion, I think that if they're going to put American Alpha back together, they should be heels. But if they're not, I think Jason Jordan should just go full-fledged heel and just go all the way with it.
All right, well, that's a very valid point. I want to thank you for calling in. Anything you would like to plug or promote?
No, but I would like to say that I have been watching your videos since episode 1, and I'm a huge fan of NoDQ. And I actually wanted to give you an idea about possibly doing a panel about talking about the greatest in-ring performers in the history of the business, possibly.
Well, I appreciate that. I could definitely use some ideas, not just from you, but for everybody watching this. If you guys have some ideas for panel videos, I'm all ears, and that's awesome that you've been watching since the first episode. That is quite remarkable. I really do appreciate it. I mean, I'm sure you go back and watch that first video, and people are like, "Wow, there's a huge difference in how I spoke," and I was just so out of my element in that first video that I did. I was like, "Welcome everyone to NoDQ video." So yeah, it took me many years and a lot of experience, but I feel like I have gotten better at it. But anyways, thank you very much for your support. I'm going to get Triple RP on now.
No problem.
I'll keep in touch and hopefully have you on again soon.
Definitely.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, you too, Aaron.
All right, have a great rest of your weekend.
You too.
All right, bye. All right, let's get Triple RP on. Triple RP has been trying to call in. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Good afternoon.
Hello. Thank you for being patient. I know you've been trying for a few minutes to get on the line. How's it going?
Everything is going fine. How about yourself, man?
Doing well. This video has been going about an hour, 20 minutes now. I think you'll be the last caller of the night, and I'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. So what's on your mind wrestling-wise?
Wow. Okay, I'm the last caller. Well, I was going to keep it short because I could say a lot. I think a lot. I've been watching wrestling for years. But in your personal opinion, how do you feel? What do you think about Ronda Rousey? Basically, it seems like she was basically given this Raw Women's Championship opportunity.
I definitely think it's too soon. I think I would have waited longer. At the same time, if there is going to be some sort of twist, like Natalya winning Money in the Bank and cashing it in during the match, making it a triple threat, pinning Nia Jax, I actually like that. I like the idea of there being a twist where Ronda has to keep fighting and she realizes it's not going to be an easy task to win the title. She's in WWE and anything can happen in WWE, as they say, and she's going to learn the hard way that anything can and will happen. So I do like the idea if there is some sort of swerve like that and she has to fight her way to the top. Her winning the title, I think it's way too soon, and I think her losing would just be insane. So yeah, I think the only good solution here is for the Money in the Bank winner to cash it in the same night. What do you think?
I actually like that. I actually agree with that. I think there should definitely be more to it. Like you said, if she loses, that would be lame. If she wins, I think that would disturb a lot of people, whether it be, the talent, staff, or, just fans in general. So, yeah, I definitely like that idea. I would like to see some additional shenanigans added to that match, because that totally caught me off guard when I saw, Nia Jax, basically just offer her the opportunity and say, this is what I want.
Right.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see more to it. The Attitude Era was my favorite era, so right.
Absolutely. So anything else you'd like to discuss real quick?
Dang, I'm the last person. I could talk all day, but no, I'm not going to think too hard. But no, I appreciate you taking the call.
All right, well,
keep doing what you're doing. I love your videos, man.
Yeah, if you got some ideas, feel free to call in another video. And thank you for all your support. I appreciate it very much, and I'll hopefully talk to you again real soon.
Indeed. Thank you, Aaron.
All right, take it easy. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Yep.
All right, talk to you later. All right, bye. All right, so I'll go ahead and wrap up this video now. We've been going almost an hour and a half. See, I'm losing my voice now, so might be a good time to wrap it up. I will be back Monday night with NoDQ Live. It'll be the normal format. Maybe if, this keeps going well, I'll do this on a regular basis, having people call in. I should try it on Monday night just to see how it goes. This was an experiment. That's why I chose to do it on Saturday, do an experiment. Not as many people watching. I think we peaked at like 100 live viewers. Just doing it as an experiment on a smaller scale. See, the thing is, if I do it with like 400 live viewers, then it's going to get really crazy. So, this seemed to work out really well with a smaller group of people. I thought it turned out really good. Thank you guys in the chat room for your comments. I see some of you saying do more of these. Chase Ennitz says Aaron's been smoking some goodie, I guess because I coughed after talking for like 90 minutes straight. And thank you to the troll who kept calling me on the laptop and then calling in with the fart soundboard and the Who Wants to Walk with Elias. I'm sad he didn't try to call in more. I don't mind the troll comments every now and then. So if somebody wants to call in with a soundboard, go for it. It's good for entertainment. All right, guys.